Welcome to MMT Chats. This episode brought to you by ISCAR, with new ideas for machining intelligently. I'm Christina Fuges with MoldMaking Technology, and today I am here with Conis, who is the Managing Director of the American Mold Builders Association, and Rachael Pfenninger, who is the Director of Strategic Execution. You gotta love that title. I think first we're gonna need to explain what that means when we get to you.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we start by giving your story, your journey. We'll start with you, Kim, of how you even got into the association world, but not just that, mold making and plastics.
Right, so I'm going to give you the short version. Yes. I used to be in magazine publishing, like you, and a writer and editor, and one of the magazines that I worked on was plastics decorating. So I started in the processing world, secondary processes, and got my entry into the plastics industry that way. Also did another publication for the printing world in which we also ran an association for that magazine, right? So that's how I got my feet into association management. And then fast forward, when AMBA was looking for a new management team, we were chosen, and
okay,
that
so
was
that's a perfect fit.
Right, yes, I'm on my 11th year.
Wow,
yeah.
That went fast.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
11 years.
How about you?
So I'm actually from the marketing and advertising world. So I used to work for an e-commerce company. I managed all of their marketing, put together the entire strategy, and I did that for about 5 or 6 years or so. I really enjoyed it, but it was completely remote before everyone was working remote, and that was a thing. And I'm really good friends with Marcella Cates with the MAP organization, and I saw a lot of what she did in the association world, and I just saw how much she loved her job and how into it she was. And it's not really the kind of thing you imagine your career being, but I just saw how happy, and she and I were talking one day, and she said, the AMBA had this whole strategic discussion, and they haven't posted the job yet, but I think you'd be perfect. Oh, wow. So she the story goes, she went into Troy's office, and she's like, here's my friend Rachael. And she's like, I think you should hire her. Wow. And the rest is history. I met with Susan and Kim and Troy, and it was a really great fit. A lot of the
needs are... It does seem like a natural
personality-wise. Awesome.
Yeah, marketing and everything. So it's been almost 4 years now. Yeah, almost 4 years. So it's gone. it flies, right?
And now, knowing your background, the title makes sense.
The title makes sense. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Well, and that was really what I was hired to do, was to execute everything related to the AMBA strategy. So benchmarking, workforce development, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit today. And all the other stuff that we do, all the other events that we plan.
Yeah.
So
awesome. All right. So I am familiar with the AMBA since we started MoldMaking Technology, and it's been around since 1973. Like, it's been a long time.
We're coming up on our 50.
Oh, wow.
50 next year.
Yeah, next year, right?
Wow. Mm-hmm. Next year's 25 for MoldMaking.
So we'll have a double party.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, doesn't it? There's something there for the marketing person.
Right.
So why don't we, for those that are watching that are not familiar, who is the AMBA? What do they need to know, like in a nutshell?
Right. Well, we might have different takes, but I think they might be also a little bit similar. But honestly, bottom line is that we are a resource. We are a resource for our members who are mold manufacturers to help them to improve their bottom line, right? We make connections. We make connections to resources. We provide the resources. That is what we are about. It's all about impacting the bottom line to become that competitive advantage in the marketplace.
For mold builders.
For mold builders.
Yeah. We're solutions oriented.
Yes.
We're always trying to find solutions for people. Every time a member comes to us, we actually had a portion in our staff meeting for a while where we actually shared all of the member help that we did that week.
Right.
And it was really cool, right? Because we wanted to talk about the stories and the connections that we made and how we're helping people. That's why we do this,
and
right?
that truly is the most gratifying.
Yes.
And I know you feel probably the same way, because you also help make those connections.
True, but I like how you recap it. Like, we don't do that. I should go back and look at the week and look at what worked and what did you accomplish,
right.
to motivate
what really
you to
cool
do
thing
more.
that excited you this week.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I'm going to take that. That's a good tactic to use. All right, so let's fast forward and talk about what I really want to get to is this playbook.
Yeah.
So and on a great topic.
65-page playbook.
Yes, like what is on these 65 pages? What is this?
So the whole playbook came out of an initiative that we started with our Workforce Development Task Force. Obviously, there's a growing skills gap. It's a huge need right now. COVID made it worse. No one can find employees. Everyone's having trouble hiring, retaining, finding qualified workers. And a lot of people are turning to some more creative solutions. And just like Kim talked about, we're here to be a resource, right? And so we thought, we met with this group of experienced mold makers, and we said, okay, what can we do that's impactful with our 2 to 3 person staff, right? Because we only have so many hours in the day. And so we really excel in the benchmarking world, I think, and we're really great at putting these publications together. And so we put together a 3-part initiative that surveyed all of our members on their best practices in hiring, in interviewing, training, onboarding, pre-boarding, right? What you do with an employee before they even walk in the door.
Before you even hire someone?
Well, you hire somebody, but maybe there's 2 weeks before they even start.
Right.
And how you engage that person within that 2 weeks, because often the number's staggering. How many people actually never come to that first day?
They never
Either
come.
they find
They
another
never show
job,
up.
or because of fear, or whatever the reason, they don't show up to that first day.
Is that a stat overall or just manufacturing?
Overall.
Wow.
It's a stat overall that you need to be on board,
Engaged.
pre-boarding, engaging them.
I never heard that term.
Yeah. So the whole idea is that, you know, for example, you might say, okay, here's your offer letter, you've accepted, you start in a couple of weeks, but I'm going to get you hooked up with someone else in a different department who can be a mentor for you that you can talk to. So you're going to go out to lunch with this guy, you know, a couple weeks before you start. You'll go out to lunch with this other department the following week. We're going to send you some swag, I think.
Yeah, that was
one
an
of our
idea,
members
right?
said, oh, I send them a mug and a t-shirt.
Or something from
Make
the
them
company.
feel part of the family.
Right.
Yeah, and some people even send materials, hey, this is what our culture looks like, this is what all the policies are. We don't expect you to get started right away, especially if there's training required, but here's what your day is going to look like. Here's where you're going to start at 8 a.m. and here's where you're going to end at 5 p.m.
Wow. And on the first day, have their area or their desk or whatever completely set up. Don't don't have them come in and not have it all ready and not have things loaded on the computer or whatever the position is, right?
Yeah.
You know, just like lots of
That's
tips.
brilliant.
And,
Now, are these some of your members actually doing this within MoldMaking?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now they're the people I want to hear talk.
Right,
Yeah.
yes,
I haven't
exactly.
had anybody do that.
Yeah.
Pre-boarding.
And we actually had, so what's really neat about this 3-part survey is we had people rank themselves from 1 to 10 on how well they thought they were doing in those areas. And then we actually created a profile for each section. So that person that says I'm a 9 or 10, when I interview, I'm a 9 or 10, and how the kinds of employees I'm attracting, I'm a 9 or 10, and how we're doing in terms of retention. And we created these profiles of this is what these mold makers are doing. So here are some best practices, here are some things that maybe you should consider trying.
Benchmarking
Here are
again,
some
right?
avenues that you can,
I
you
love
know,
that.
and there's even things that we benchmark where we say, okay, only 1 in 10 people are doing this. This could be a huge opportunity for you. You know, if only one other person in your area is doing it, why not give it a try?
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
That's a great concept. How can people get this playbook?
Right. Well, they have to be a member.
Okay.
So it's a members only
This one is a
resource.
members only resource.
Oh, I love that.
It's a
See
members
that?
only resource.
Many of our publications, if you're not a member, if you participated, you do get access to it at a discounted rate, and if you didn't participate, you can purchase it. But this one
This one
you
is a
cannot
members
purchase.
only
And what's
report.
why is that? Is it just to entice people to become members, or is it? Or
Yes,
you're looking
and
at that
it's
as
a
really
community.
valuable?
You know what? That's what's about. That's what's strong about our network is about sharing. That's what's unique about our organization, right? It's about sharing, and this is a prime example of that. So some things need to be, yes, it's
like kept for the people that are actually
it's a
that help
benefit.
you make it.
If you're not willing, you have to have a little bit of skin in the
Skin in
game,
the
right?
game, yeah.
You have to be willing to step up and be a part of that community if you want access to that community's resources. Otherwise, what's the point, right? And so, and a lot of this information is, I mean, it's all anonymous. We gather all of our data anonymously, but there are some great, very proprietary ideas in here that they don't really want it to leave the network, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
There's something to that community.
There's
right?
a trust.
Trust.
There's
Yeah.
an element of trust.
And we do that with other resources
we
too,
have a
like
few
our
others.
roundtables and our
Okay.
C-suite dialogue, which we have for executives. And you know, those are only for our members because it's meant to be this place where you can come and you can share, and it's relatively confidential, right?
So
it's a
let's
safe
talk
space.
about the past 2 years, because this type of stuff, in person, personal contact, critical to the AMBA and its members. So over those past 2.5 years, how did you change, how did you improve engagement? What did you do?
Yeah.
You know,
You want to take,
well,
you go ahead.
Virtual,
Yeah.
right? We
Virtual,
all went
yep,
virtual,
yep.
right?
Yeah.
But getting creative with virtual, and honestly, it's been so successful that we keep saying we're never going back. We're not going back. What's worked, and we have to keep moving forward, and that has allowed us to engage, to dig deeper and down into organizations, and so now business owners have been able to engage their apprentices or their young professionals or just anybody within the organization. Now more people can get involved, and that's been
It's another option,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
We didn't have, well, we actually, we've always had it.
Right.
We just were never using it. We were forced
Right,
to use
right.
it. Now it's like, okay.
Right.
It was very, even though we were still hosting webinars and we were still doing roundtables, I think the virtual space it just felt uncomfortable and it felt unfamiliar. But it's like, it's had this effect on, events like our plant tours, like where we're doing the virtual plant tour, and it's opening up our opportunities. People that didn't really want to open up their shops before are like, okay, well, this is great. Now I only have to show this part of my shop. I don't
Maybe
have to
some
show this
proprietary
other part.
work. They have more
Right?
control, or geography. They're geographically not a great fit to do a plant tour. Now that Dramco we just did,
Yeah,
and they're
how did
out,
that go?
right? And
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, they
Really,
did
really
such
well.
a great job with the technology.
Yeah, they really set the bar high.
Did they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
That's
They,
better
they
that way.
rocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
oh yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Because I would imagine
Yeah.
that's quite, I wonder if
awesome.
that's more intense to prepare for than actually doing it in person.
I think in part
know,
it is. I
right?
honestly
Yeah.
think in part.
Technology's involved and
Yeah.
connections.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
and there are some things you just can't control, right? So you kind of feel like you're flying by the seat of your pants
Right.
sometimes, but we do everything we can to prepare, and
Right.
we've got a really good understanding group of members when things don't go as planned, right?
Right. Well, and we're
Exactly.
not the professionals. You guys have done plant tours, and I've
Yeah.
watched many of them. But
Yeah.
you've got your team, or you've got your
Yep.
videographer in there.
Yep.
We don't have that. We're not
Exactly.
hiring a videographer in, right? We're getting them the equipment,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
lapel mics, and the
And they- and go for
and
it.
they go
Yeah.
for it. And okay, we'll see what we get. And
Wow.
it's all built on a best practice and a featured
Yeah.
highlight. It's
Okay.
It's not the same event that our in-person ones are. We've
So
created
do you still
something
do the
different.
cards or totally
Well,
different?
we do an exchange, but it's
Okay.
not that red card, the cards,
Okay.
right? But there is still an exchange, and there still is a give and take between
Okay.
host company
Nice.
and the audience
Yeah.
and the attendees.
It is kind of interesting that you can still get a certain level of engagement
Yeah.
that way. I think
Yeah.
the more you do it, the more people get used to communicating
Yes,
that
and
way.
that's the set. The more you do it, they
Yeah.
understand what this
Yeah.
is going to be like, and this is what this is about.
Do you have other ones lined up, virtual?
I don't know if we have any solidified yet,
Okay.
but we have a couple people that are
people
really
that are
excited.
interested.
We have
Yeah.
two more companies that said yes, we will open up, and we've actually talked to them further about it here at the show.
Oh,
So
see, there you go.
now it's just the dates. Now it's just the dates.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, keep us posted on
Yes,
that.
we will.
So
We
is there
will.
any other, before I get to my final question,
Okay.
any other AMBA news? Anything upcoming you want to share?
Upcoming. What do we have
Yeah,
upcoming?
I
Like
don't
the AMBA
know.
conference?
Exactly.
May 11th through 13th in
Yeah.
Itasca, Illinois. We're super,
And I
super...
missed it last year, so I cannot
I
wait to
cannot
get
wait
there.
for you to hear the keynote. I'm just going to
So
tell you.
who is it? Tell us who it is.
Clint Pulver.
Okay.
And his message is mentorship versus management and culture. And it's a very, very applicable, timely message. He's got so much energy. I'm not going to spill the
Okay,
beans
I
on
love
what
it.
he's doing, but
That's always
we've
the
got a
best part of those
fantastic
things.
keynote, and that the theme of shifting the view weaves in throughout the whole entire
Okay.
conference.
Shifting the view.
Shift your view on the way you're looking at things.
Yes.
Think about something differently, or hey, try something new, or that's
Just look at it a different way.
Shifting the view.
I like
We
that.
all have challenges, but within challenges are opportunities, right?
Always.
Opportunities for growth, opportunities for
Yeah.
change.
I just
really
had that
exciting,
conversation with
exciting
DME
stuff.
the other day. Looking at, it is changing the conversation. Like stop with everything going on, everything.
Right.
It's hard not to get pessimistic.
Yeah.
But
Right.
even in all that negative, there's always opportunity.
Yeah.
You have to change
Yeah.
the conversation because otherwise we're going to stop growing.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
Absolutely. And I have to put in a plug for we're putting together a leadership retreat for our
Ooh.
emerging leaders group.
Okay.
And it's the first time we've ever done something like this. It's a brand new event, but it's specifically geared towards the upper level management and the executives in the Emerging Leaders Network.
So what's a retreat? That sounds wonderful. Just the word retreat,
So not
right?
exotic, but we don't want to tell you where it's going to be.
I don't know if it'll be very relaxing, but it's going to be very rewarding.
That's good to know, because I have our managing editor of MoldMaking Technology signed up for Emerging Leaders, so I know she's very excited to be around other people young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
So
it's a really cool opportunity because it's open to our MoldMaking members and our partners.
Okay.
And it's a great chance. We're limiting the size of the group so that it's a comfortable space, right? To be really open about your leadership path and managing time and delegation and understanding how to work both with people above you and below you and around you, right? How do you get the most out of people regardless of what level you're in or where you are in your career? So I'm really excited. I think we've got a great facilitator. It's August 10 to 11 down in Evansville, Indiana.
Okay, there you
So,
go.
Yep. And another connection, I think we've got an optional plant tour that we're doing alongside of it.
Yeah, so
and that was another connection that we made at this show. So just like we're all about connections, I think that's what we get a lot every time we come here. So,
all right, thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
All right, here's my final question. Did you bring your list, Rachel?
I only have a couple, but I have one.
So our hashtag for this t-shirt is MoldMake, and we say molds make a difference.
Yes, they do.
Kim, I'm going to want you to fill in the blank. What do you say molds make?
Molds make innovation reality.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, very fancy.
Innovation reality.
Very
How about you,
fancy.
Rachel? Molds make?
Okay, so molds make people thrive.
Oh, that's a strong one too.
Yep.
There you have it.
Yep.
Molds make innovation
Reality.
and molds make people thrive from the AMBA.
Yep.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for the
you so much,
opportunity.
Christina.
And for everything MoldMaking, visit moldmakingtechnology.com.